What's going on, guys? Welcome to my ranking of every LEGO Indiana Jones set of all time. Let's get into it. At number 19 is the Temple of the Crystal Skull. This set came out in 2008 for $80. If you want it now new in box, it'll be about $400. It came with a nice amount of figures, and the Temple Warriors are pretty cool and unique. One quirk, though, of these Crystal Skull sets is that they came with a young Indy, despite Harrison Ford being much older in the movie. It's kind of a weird choice that I'm not the biggest fan of, but that's true in all of these Crystal Skull sets. Also, this was alright for the time, but the bodies of the Crystal Skull minifigs aren't translucent like the heads. Overall, this isn't a bad minifig selection, but definitely not the best. The small tank build was nice. I love those rubber tread pieces. The gateway build was just fine, but there were a ton of play features in this set, many of which don't really work that well. They kind of seemed half-baked. The set was largely based on concept art coming out in May of 2008 alongside the movie, so you can forgive it for that because it came out at the same time as the movie. It's also built on a huge raised base plate like old castle sets, and that aspect was really cool. Overall, I don't think this set is awful. It's just my least favorite out of all the Indiana Jones sets. There's tons of good ones coming up next, and this one just didn't separate itself from the group. The second worst LEGO Indiana Jones set of all time is the Chowchilla Cemetery. This set came out in 2009 for $20. I had this set as a kid, but I think the figures are pretty bland besides the Cemetery Warriors, and it's not the most memorable scene ever. The Razor saw things they came with are really cool though, and the motorcycle is very cool. This build came with nice scorpions, skeleton with armor, and the crystal skull piece is very nice. The set isn't awful, it just doesn't have anything that makes it stand out. Next up is the Lost Tomb, came out in 2009 for $20. The Marion in the set has a nice dual-sided head. There's a cool Star Wars Easter egg sticker. The set also has fun play features including both sides of the back wall able to get knocked down. The minifigs are solid but not extraordinary. This isn't the most polished set ever, the statues haven't aged that well, but they were fine for 2008. At number 16, really the last set in this bottom group, is the Temple Escape. The set came out in 2008 for $60. It was the largest of the first Indiana Jones wave. It's really awesome that it includes Jock and his plane. The plane has stickers that make C-3PO and Obi-Wan references, which is really cool. And it comes with a fishing pole too and Jock's pet snake. The spears and skeleton on spikes are great inclusions as well. The boulder is loose, and there's lots of loose parts in this set that could easily be lost for a kid. It's one downside, I think. This set had a really large footprint though, with tons of play features. It just isn't as polished as the 2023 version. The Jungle Duel was a nice little set that came out in 2008 for $10. The Indy isn't aged though, like all of the other Crystal Skull sets. And Mutt Williams and Spalko are solid, although Spalko's face didn't age that well. The tent has an awesome fabric piece, and the red ants are an awesome inclusion and memorable. There just isn't a lot here to move it up further in the list. At number 14 is the Fighter Plane Chase from 2023. The set came out for $35, and the figures are solid in this set, but not overwhelmingly cool. The fighter plane is much better than the 2008 version, and the car build is nice. The set just doesn't have a ton of play features, and I dislike the stud shooters on the side of the plane. Not a ton that's exciting here to move it up on the list. Next up is the Ambush in Cairo. Nice little set. Came out for $11 in 2009. All of the figures, though, are exclusive to this set, which is incredible for such a small little build. There were a bunch of small little side builds, which were fun. But the coolest part was the huge bucket that Marion could fit in, just like the movie. At number 12 is Peril in Peru. This set came out in 2008 for $50. It's worth $250 now new in box. It was based on a deleted scene and had a limited release. This was a Toys R Us exclusive. The younger Indiana Jones minifig and Mutt are kind of boring, but the bad guys in the set are very cool. The pilot is nice too, but this minifig lineup just isn't overwhelmingly cool. There were tons of side builds. The cargo in this set can fit between the vehicles, which was really fun play feature. The plane build looks really good still for being an old set. The interior is pretty barren though. But this was a crazy good value for $50 back in 2008. The best of the little $10 sets was the Indiana Jones motorcycle chase. It came out in 2009. Henry Jones Sr. with his map accessory and his notebook printed on the torso was just awesome. The German Soldier was also exclusive to this set. And the motorcycle molds were just beautiful. The sidecar build is dope. And the guard station is very nice. Just a fun little playset. Breaking into the top 10 is the River Chase. Came out in 2008 for $20. There's so much here for $20 though, including an alligator, which was a great inclusion. The Russian guards are very cool and came with nice accessories. Marion and Indy have the same heads as their younger characters, which is weird. The boat looks dope though. There's a nice looking gun on the front and the paddles are cool. The amphibious truck has a nice look and the machine gun on the front is solid. The tree build has fun play features with a net, which is an awesome inclusion. There's so many accessories in this set, it's just maybe a little disjointed, but tons of fun. At number 9 is the second set from 2023, The Escape from the Lost Tomb. Came out for $40. Marion is really the highlight of the figs in this set. It's overall a great figure. There are tons of play features in the set with the wall knocking over and Mummy popping out. This is really a more polished build, as it should be, than the 2008 version, and that's why it's this high. The Fighter Plane Attack from 2009 was maybe my favorite set growing up as a kid. I loved playing with the back gun turret. Tons of nostalgia for this set. The figs aren't super exciting though, but the builds are wonderful. Henry Sr. is super detailed though. Maybe I'm just a sucker for planes, but the plane Indy and Henry Sr. ride in is beautiful. The German plane was fine for 2009, but hasn't aged the best. It does have a cool play feature though, where the wings come off like the 2023 version. The plane has an Easter egg where the side says 7198, which was the same as the set number. And this was a set I have a ton of nostalgia for. It might be why it's so high. But I think the plane build that Indy and Henry Sr. ride in does a lot of the heavy lifting for the set. At number 7 is the Shanghai Chase from 2009. There are elite minifigures in this set. The Tuxedo Indy looks so good. Short Round and Willie Scott are nice, and Willie Scott's hairpiece is awesome. The Shanghai Gangsters are very cool minifigs too. Short Round's car was awesome with a fabric piece for the canopy. The car was solid for what it is. The Gangsters car is a little bulky though, but looks cool. The Gangsters car holds the set back from being at the very top, but I still think it was very good. At number 6 is the Jungle Cutter. This set had a huge footprint for a $40 set. There's more red ants in this set, which is awesome. Indy's missile launcher is nice, but it's not the most sturdy build ever. The Russian Colonel was nice to have, including his head print, which was very distinct. And the Russian Guards are cool. The trees in this set are fine, but they integrate well with the Jungle Cutter. The cutter feature works really well with those trees. The side build is a cool cave that adds a lot to this set. The stickers on this set are fine, but I don't love that there's a spot on the side of the Jungle Cutter where they go over 2 bricks. It's not something you'd see today, and just a weird quirk of a 2008 set. That's part of why this set isn't in the top 5. Also, the top 5 sets are just really dope. Before we get into the top 5, I just wanted to go through some honorable mentions. First up is the Jeep, which was a Brickmaster exclusive set in the US. Also, there was the San Diego Comic-Con 2008 exclusive set. And of course, the Temple of Doom that was supposed to come out in 2023 but was canceled. At number 5 is the Temple of the Golden Idol from 2023. This was a super polished build. Play features are nice, but it feels like something is missing. The exclusive Indiana Jones head with cobwebs was great in this set. The other figs are pretty good. One of the things holding this set back was the front sticker for the quote piece. Really, this should have been a printed piece, especially in a $150 set. At number 4 is the Temple of Doom from 2009. The set came out for $90, but is worth well over $400 now, new in box. There's tons of dope minifigs in the set, including Mola Ram. His custom headpiece is an all-time great part inclusion. It's probably the best fig lineup for any Indiana Jones set ever. The build itself is a bit disjointed, but it makes for a decent play set. The play features where you can launch rocks is fun. I came into this ranking thinking this set might be number 1, but the build holds it back a bit from the top 3 sets. At number 3 is the Venice Canal Chase, which came out in 2009 for $40. Kazim and the Grail Guardian are dope, and Indiana Jones in the gray suit is incredible. Really an awesome figure selection in this set. The Holy Grail map piece is nice, and the boat builds are super fun. One annoying part is the seats don't allow 2 figures to sit together at once inside of the builds, but that's really their one drawback. The bad guy boat can split in half, which is an awesome play feature. There's tons of play features, including one where Indy can pop up out of the sewer. The dock is a solid build and packed with nice playability. I think this set really has everything from builds to playability to minifigs, and that's why it's in the top 3. With just 2 sets left to rank, the Race for Stolen Treasure is number 2. It came out in 2008 for just $30. It came with 3 German soldiers, which were all exclusive to this set. The big truck is incredible. The canopy piece is awesome for that big truck. The Art of the Covenant was filled with jewels, which was fun. The classic white horse was a good inclusion. The small truck looks great too. All of these truck builds aged really well. These nice builds and the cool figure selection are why it's number 2. I just couldn't rank it above the Fight on the Flying Wing. Came out in 2009 for $50. The Germans are so cool in this set, including the big German brawler who's just perfect. Marion and Indiana Jones are solid too. The gas tank truck looks very good still to this day. The two-piece is so fun. The wing for the plane is one huge piece, which is really unique. The stickers for this plane do seem like they were annoying to apply though. One interesting part is it uses a Jedi Starfighter piece for the front cockpit. There's a cool spot in the center of the plane for treasure too. All around the set had everything. It had cool figures, an awesome and unique build, and fun play features, and that's why I have it number 1. This video was so hard to make. All of these Indiana Jones sets have something cool and unique about them. Really, this was an awesome theme. I miss Indiana Jones a lot as a LEGO theme. I wish more sets came out in 2023. I hope the theme gets revived at some point, although it doesn't seem likely. And at some point, I hope to get all of these sets in my collection.